It's no secret that Korean superpower Nunci has been booming in the West. There was a whole thing about a book called The Power of Nunci, published by Hong, was a hit. Korean American author has been invited to the France 24, which is a public broadcast in France, in order to explain how the power of Nunci could change our lives. Quite frankly, it's been a growing trend for a while now. Before we move on, let me just simply explain what Nunci is. Basically, Nunci is an eye measure, and it is a way to gauge people's thoughts and feelings based on their behavior, tone, body language, and even situation. An interesting point is that, like many things in Korean society, Nunci is all about speed. When you're good at Nunci, Koreans don't say, "Oh, you have good Nunci," but we rather say, "Whoa, you've got fast Nunci." Nunci sounds hard, but this is an ability that is used every day in our daily lives, and you can feel their presence. For example, imagine your boss decided to buy drinks for all of your teammates, and they all came to a cafe together. But since everyone is busy, they order the fastest and cheapest iced Americano. But you're the only one who ordered chamomile tea that's expensive and takes a long time to come out. After time passes, everyone got their drinks and wait just for you. At this time, other teammates will say, "Oh, this is coming out a little bit late, so maybe we shouldn't order it next time." In that situation, if you have fast Nunchi, you would like to say, "Oh yes, it comes out so late than I expected. I'm so sorry for you guys to wait for me." Rather than saying, "If you're busy, go ahead. I'll catch up with you guys after I get my drinks." Can you guys feel the difference? Nunchi really helps a lot to adapt to the new environment and get along with other people. Maybe some of you guys could ask, wait, is Nunchi really a Korean thing? My answer to this question is no. I think everyone in the world has the ability of Nunchi. Nevertheless, Koreans are just the most sensitive to Nunchi. Then why? What is the main reason of Korean taking care of Nunchi? From my perspective, Nunchi is important in Korea than some other countries because of the high context culture. Korean society considers social rank, status, and hierarchy. Korea still has a military system like superior and subordinate in organization and work environment. Due to this, Koreans have to learn how to behave and know who they're speaking to. We usually learn these Nunchi skills since we're young. If you're Korean, I bet you have heard, "Why do you have no Nunchi?" from your parent since you're young. Of course, I have the same experience as well. I learned how to have Nunchi from my family and my elementary school. When I was in my family, I was kinda asked to have Nunchi by hearing I have no Nunchi, even if I have one. Besides, in my elementary school, I learned the Nunchi by getting into the new environment, learning how to respect my teacher and classmates. Koreans even do a Nunchi game a lot when they are especially kids. I think it really helps a lot to improve their Nunchi because they have to sense how others will behave in the situation. As a Korean, I think Koreans are very conscious of what others think of them, and they value respecting others. I would say this is the reason why Koreans have the expression 돌려서 말하기. 돌려서 말하기 simply means speaking in a roundabout way. If people are unable to find out the hints from those indirect ways of speaking, they will label us as dense, but also as having a lack of Nunchi. To put it in an exaggerated way, you can be left out of your friends if you don't have Nunchi. For example, if your friends want you to pass the spoon, they wouldn't ask you directly saying, "Can you pass me the spoon, please?" But they would ask verbally via giving a hint like a gesture and eye rolls. If you can't catch these hints, you don't have Nunci. I have a shocking experience to share about this. When I was in Australian college, my Aussie friends used "it is none of your business" a lot whenever they felt annoyed with a busybody. I was shook because if it were the case of my Korean friends, they would not use those direct terms, but rather just give the expression that busybody choose to stop what he's doing. The way how they expressed their feelings was simple, but so different compared to Korean culture and Nunchi. Compared to Korea, the West has a lack of Nunchi, and I think this is because of the difference of perspective and culture. While Korea tends to value groups more than individuals, Western countries consider individuals more. We can find out this perspective when we speak as well. In English-speaking countries, people usually put themselves as a main thing, but in Korea, we usually put others as a main thing. Let's say I want to ask someone whether they know me or not. In English, it is "do I know you?" But in Korean, it is "do you know me?" Like this, Western consider more about themselves than others or groups. This will be the reason why they would less care of Nunchi because it is not really needed. If people talk simply what they want and take more care about themselves, they do not need to look at and sense the atmosphere. This is my personal experience, but when I briefly studied in Australia, Nunchi helped me a lot to adjust to the country. As I was alone in Australia, I was required to live in a homestay during holiday. While living in a homestay, I was always able to easily grasp the atmosphere and tacit rules of each homestay, which helped me to maintain a good relationship with homestay parents. Also, I think foreign people can adapt to Korean Nunchi as they already have the skill. The big difference is whether they have a lot or not. If foreigners want to develop their skills and striving to read the atmosphere every single moment, I bet they will be totally able to adapt to Nunchi. Moreover, when you type Nunchi in Korean, you can find lots of videos teaching about how to improve your fast Nunchi skills, or even examining whether you have Nunchi or not. It shows that if foreigners keep practicing to develop Nunchi, like Koreans have learned Nunchi from a young age, they will have fast Nunchi in the future.